I want to make this video real quick because I'm hoping it'll be helpful to some of you. I have been going crazy over the past about 2 days trying to figure out what was creaking on my bike. Let me show you what I've worked on. Okay, so here we are. This is my co-op ARD gravel / all-road bike, which I love, which has normally been totally quiet, totally awesome, but over the past couple weeks, it's slowly developed a creak. I thought it was from the bottom bracket, so I ended up buying new bottom bracket bearings. Of course, these are for the Shimano 24mm Hollowtech style crankset, not this one. And I bought this for, I don't know, $15 on Amazon, and the sound did not go away. The creaking didn't go away. And by the way, the creaking, it would really just happen when pressing moderately hard on either of the pedals on either of the sides. It wasn't a loud creak either. It was just kind of like kink, 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 kink. Really was driving me crazy. So anyway, I changed out the bottom bracket bearing. That was with this crankset, by the way. The other bottom bracket bearings that I had in there were pretty old, about 4 years old, so I figured that was probably the culprit, but no, it was not the culprit. So next I thought, okay, maybe one of these chainring bolts are loose. So I went ahead and tightened them all down. They were already sufficiently tight, so that wasn't really the issue. And if you're watching along, go ahead and guess what it is. You probably won't guess this one. I've never heard of this issue causing creaking, but anyway, so then I thought, all right, let me just change the whole crankset and see if the problem goes away. So I got this old kind of mountain bike, whatever, city bike crankset, but it uses a tapered style bottom bracket bearing. So I changed that out completely, stuck this on, all really easy, no problem, and gave it a ride. Didn't change, still the same thing. By the way, I changed the pedals too on the other crankset, and that didn't fix it either before doing this. Then I put this on. Of course, it has different pedals, still with a totally different bottom bracket, totally different bottom bracket bearing, totally different crankset, totally different pedals. The noise still existed. So then I thought, okay, this has to be somewhere back here. Maybe it's the seat, maybe it's something in the headset. I don't know. So then I started looking really close on the frame. I'm thinking like maybe there's a crack on the frame somewhere. I looked really close with the flashlight, flipped the bike over. I couldn't find a crack anywhere. So then I completely took off the seat post along with the seat and rode the bike around without a seat or a seat post. And the noise was still there. It didn't fix it. And so I'm like, what on earth could it be? It's not the crank, it's not the bearings, it's not the pedal, it's not the seat post, obviously. I took that off completely. It sounded like it was coming from down here somewhere. So that's what I thought. I didn't think it was up front. So next I thought, okay, I'm going to take off my cassette and I'm going to re-grease it, put it all back together, and let's see what happens. Did that, put it all back together, no change. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go really crazy. I took off the whole wheel and put on this old 26-inch wheel. It wouldn't be able to stop because it has no disc brakes and it doesn't have the right amount of gears, but I knew I'd be able to finesse it into a cog that would work, and sure enough I did. It looks pretty cool on there actually, and it does work. Rode that around the block a few times. First I thought it was going to work, but no. After a few minutes the creaking came back. So I'm like, what in the world? It's not the wheel, it's not obviously the cassette, it's not the crank, not the bearings, not the seat. What else is there? So I went to bed that night very frustrated with it. Later on, I guess the next day, I started looking on the internet and typing in, actually, you know what it was? It was Gemini who helped me the most. I went searching everywhere, but yeah, Gemini helped me. I asked it for a list of possible things that could cause creaking sounds on your bike. I had checked all of them except for one that it recommended. It's on the screen right now. The derailleur hanger. So it's a little bit obscured by the skewer nut there, but those two bolts there, those two hex key bolts, they hold on your derailleur hanger right there, that black piece. I came into the garage, I gave it a shake back and forth. Sure enough, it was loose. So I got those tiny little Allen keys, those hex keys. I don't even know what size they are, 2mm maybe. Tight. Well, first I took it all apart. The wheel was off, of course, at the time. Took it all apart, cleaned everything up as good as I could, put it all back together, tightened those down properly, still with the old wrong crankset. Went ahead and gave it a ride, totally quiet. Went ahead and rode around the block a few times just to make sure. So that's what it was. It was the derailleur hanger had come loose over time. I've owned this bike 2.5 years, I guess now, or something like that, 2.5 years. I've rode it around 4,000 kilometers, so quite a bit of riding. And I never thought about the derailleur hanger mount, and I've never heard of that happening before. I've never had it happen myself, but there you go. That's your tip if you're going crazy looking for a creaking sound or a problem on your bike. You know, check to make sure everything's tightened down. Oh, you know what else I did? I forgot to mention. I thought, because I built this wheel not long ago, I thought maybe something's wrong with the hub. This is before I tried the 26 wheel. So I lubed every single joint where the spokes interact with the hub, because I thought maybe something's bending. I even went through all the spokes, checked their tension with my tension checking tool right there. They were all fine. So I thought maybe the spokes or maybe the interface with the hub was the issue. No, none of that. So if you have a creaking issue, if you're pretty sure it's to the back of the bike, you know, you can go through the steps I just went through. I think they're pretty logical steps to follow. But hey, it may be something like a derailleur hanger, which is the culprit the whole time. Creaking on bikes can be incredibly difficult and frustrating to find the solution to, but yeah, I was getting humbled by this. It was kind of funny because just a couple videos I was saying, I'm confident that I can fix pretty much anything on my bike. I'm confident now. I'm not a professional, but I'm confident. And then I was going crazy, and I was thinking to myself while I was going crazy with this problem, what if I did have a bike shop and I was trying to fix somebody's bike for money? How frustrating would that be? What do I charge them? Do I charge them for the amount of time I actually worked on, or how much time it should have taken me to fix it? Because it would be too expensive. I spent hours, I don't know, not that many hours, but I spent some hours either researching or actually trying to fix this stupid creaking sound. I mean, you can get lost in problems like this. So I don't know, I'm rambling now, but there you go. That's my tip for the day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll